Hi, my name is Maria. My business is Maria Grace LLC, and here's another 5-minute marketing video coming at you. So, Google just made a big announcement, which is that their algorithm is going to go through a major change in 2021. Now, before you freak out, know that they have announced what is going to change generally, but they've also said, just due to everything going on right now, they're not going to change this right away. And in fact, they promise to give at least 6 months of a heads up before they officially change it. As of the recording of this video, we don't yet know when that 6 months will be, so you have at least 6 months from July 23rd, but probably a little bit longer, but they will let you know when those changes are actually going to be rolled out. But regardless of the timeline, I just wanted to review a couple of the things that might be pertinent to your website and your business as they change their algorithm. So one of the big takeaways is, of course, user experience is key. And this has always been true. Google has always focused on this, but they're learning more and more what user experience is and how to create that. And it changes over time as decades change and technology is improved. So basically, they're prioritizing some design elements even above content in some cases because they want to make sure that the user experience from the time they exit Google and enter your website and walk all the way through, they want to make sure that's absolutely flawless. They don't want anything to hinder people. They don't want promotional pop-ups getting in the way. They just want it to be a clean, exceptional user experience. Along with that, and this should be no surprise to you, they want you to think mobile first. So a majority of traffic, and it depends on where you look as to what percentage it is, but a majority of traffic is on mobile. So when you're working with a designer or changing your website yourself, make sure you always check what it looks like on a mobile device, and probably a couple mobile devices since screen sizes and experience are different. But check what that looks like first before desktop, and if you have to prioritize one over the other, always choose mobile. Another thing, and hopefully most of you have already made the switch, but if you're not using the HTTPS:// on your website, you need to change that now. So thankfully I work with Squarespace and they made that change a while ago. It just basically means adding an SSL certificate. I won't get into all the details, but if your website does not default to HTTPS instead of just HTTP, you need to make that change. That adds an extra layer of security, and Google sees that and knows that's important, and they're making that a higher priority. So according to Google, the top factors in user experience will be, in this order, the loading time. So how long does your web page load? Is something slowing it down, whether it's some coding that's a little clunky or your images are too big? That's going to be number one. After that is interactivity. How are people able to interact with your website? Is there a clear call to action and clear next step? Or is it kind of nebulous where someone should go once they get to your website? And is it easy? When they tap a button, does your website load quick enough that they'll be able to actually tap that button and move? Or are elements going to be loading so that you try to tap a button and something else loads and the button gets shot down below where you're actually trying to tap? I know I've had that happen to me before, so that's really key. Another thing is visual stability. Are all these different elements, like I said, loading, or is everything able to come up at once so you can see a clean, cohesive website? The next factor is going to be if it's mobile friendly, and I already talked about this, so just make sure that's a priority. And then another factor is safe browsing, and that means using HTTPS along with some other factors, and a lot of times that's done on the coding end or depending on the platform you use, but you want to make sure that's a priority. So those are some of the changes that are coming. There will probably be more coming, more details announced. Again, you'll have at least 6 months to make those changes, thankfully. But I just wanted to give you this overview so you can start thinking now about how to improve your website so that when Google does change the algorithm, you don't have to scramble at the last minute and make a ton of changes. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, as always, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.